Yo, what's up, YouTube? Mike Intrusion. Today, well, MLB The Show action. We're back, baby. Got the whole new setup right here and whole new game setup. If you want to see gameplay, I'm dying to post gameplay. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, and we'll post some gameplay later. We also got roster updates coming out, but today, before we got roster update predictions, before we got set one collection tips, we got team affinity. How do you want to max out these team affinities as fast as possible? Now, I gave up on some of these just because I didn't need these cards. If you go over and look at my team, I feel like my team is stacked enough and I'm not too interested in the set one collection, to be fair. I have about 2 million stubs in investments. I can basically ride the whole entire year and I'm good to go. But I'll have enough stubs to post whatever gameplay cards you guys are looking for. But if you guys want to complete the team affinities, like I completed these pretty quickly, and these two, I don't really want any of the other cards, to be honest. So that's where I'm at. How do you complete these fastest and most efficiently? First thing, it's pretty simple. You're going to want to hop into moments, right? AL East moments is the first thing you're going to do for every single division. No matter what the division is, you're going to want to just start off by doing the different moments. So this division, I haven't worked too much on. What I do, come in, do all 5 of these moments, right? First off, this gives you 5,000 parallel XP to the program, 5,000 team affinity points, that is. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is the showdown, which gives another 15,000 right here. See how I did that one? You do showdown, then moments. Doesn't really matter the order. They're the same thing. But that gives you 20,000 XP. Once you get 20,000 points, you're going to get one of these packs right here. You'll be able to choose one of these cards and one of the diamond cards. I would suggest choosing hitters primarily as you're starting out. Same with the Captain Choice pack. You're going to get 20,000 XP for nothing just by doing moments, and you'll be able to get essentially 3 cards per division. 6 divisions do this. The showdown, well, you only have to do that 3 times, which is nice because you'll be able to do it once for the East, once for the Central, once for the West. So you'll do 3 showdowns and then all these moments, and you should be able to get 3 cards at 20,000 experience per division. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Do the math. Bop, bop, bop. 18. You're going to have 18 cards starting out. It should be enough to be able to line up. I would do mostly hitters, probably around 12 hitters to start out. And then, actually, probably more than that, honestly, 15 hitters I would say to start, and then 3 pitchers. And the reason for that is the next thing you're going to want to do is grind some of the specific moments with these players. All these captains, the captain's cards that you get from these captain choice packs along the way. Say you choose Adley Rutschman first at 20,000. You're going to want to look at his captain pack. He has 5 out of 5. He has to get 5 extra base hits, right? Now, I'm saying 5 out of 5 because I did it easy peasy. Subscribe for the gameplay. It's not that hard, guys. But what you want to do here is look at the missions. Adley Rutschman, he needs 5 extra base hits. And look at what you can do. You can do it anywhere. Play your CPU, MiniSeason Conquest, it's all the same. Pitching is a little bit harder. It takes a little bit more time, I should say, to get some of these things. Like pitching 9 innings, it's kind of annoying, right? Kind of frustrating, kind of long. But 3 out of 3, you got home runs with Aaron Judge. So you want to keep track of the missions there. And the henchmen also have missions. All the henchmen missions is kind of nice. It's just parallel XP. As you can see, the reason I said take batters first primarily. First off, you have 9 batters in the lineup at one time as opposed to having, 1 pitcher on the mound. But for batters, you need 200 parallel XP, whereas pitchers, you need 600. Takes a little bit longer. So I would definitely suggest doing the hitters first from the henchmen packs. So after you do that, how do you want to get this parallel XP, right? Well, first thing you're going to do is choose a specific division. For me, I chose the West because I think the West has the best cards. Looking at the specific cards that I would suggest for you guys to get, Jock Peterson, I think he's honestly one of the best cards in the program. Taylor Ward, also, he's definitely underrated. Eugenio Suarez is super good. Rhys Hoskins is very good. And that's basically all the cards that make a good lineup. Again, I'm no money spent, so it's not really that difficult to get to where I am. You just have to make good investments. Go watch the stub tutorial on how to make some good investments to get good stubs. But what I'm saying here is you're going to want to choose a specific division, like a set. I would suggest doing the NL West first and then the East because they both have the best cards in my opinion. That's why I didn't even touch the Central, to be honest, that much. So then you're going to want to go into Conquest. You're going to want to choose whichever Conquest you chose. I chose the West, like I said, and you're going to want to finish this entire Conquest. Conquest, not that hard. Figure it out. Come on, guys. This ain't a tutorial on Conquest. You guys aren't beginners, right? But like I'm saying, you're going to want to just do Conquest. And as you're doing Conquest, what you want to do is you're actually going to want to set your lineup to have a team full of only the cards that you're using for team affinity points. So essentially, say you choose the East. Obviously, I don't want to go in the West because there's a really annoying noise from the buzzing pack at the end. So if you did choose the East, which isn't bad, you would have Adley Rutschman in your lineup once you get him from the captain pack. And then you would have whatever henchmen from there. And you'd also have people from all the other divisions as well trying to grind out those missions and get XP towards this reward path. And the cool thing about it is, as you go, let's say you finish Adley Rutschman and you get that 3,500 XP and you finish a couple of the henchmen, right? Eventually, as you progress, you get more and more packs, and you'll be able to keep doing it with more and more players, and it really goes by pretty quick, guys. Another tip I would have for you guys is actually when you're doing Conquest, let me demonstrate. If you're hopping into a play versus CPU game, right? You want to have your starting pitcher, if you're doing parallel XP with a starting pitcher, or if you're doing hitting XP, say that Pablo Lopez, say he was a captain, right? What you want to actually do is have him 5th in the rotation, so make sure you have 4 people ahead of him in overall. So for example, Chris Sale from the AL East, you'd want to have him as the 5th starter. That way the team that you're playing against actually has to use their 5th starter as well. It's kind of how it works when you're playing against CPUs. So if you put in the 5th best starter on your team, you'll have a pretty easy matchup hitting, be able to grind that PXP a little bit quicker, which is what we all want, right? All right, so what else do we want to do? Not much else to Team Affinity, to be honest. It's really quite that simple. I know this isn't going to be the longest video or anything, but I mean, that's the best tips and tricks I have for you guys as you go. Exchanges, you don't necessarily have to do the exchanges. 400,001, super pricey. Honestly, that's basically it. Now, the last thing I will say, once you do Conquest, what do you do then? Because once you do Conquest, I'd say you're probably somewhere around, should be around 60K-ish if you're doing the missions properly. And frankly, if you're dominating the CPU, that's what we want, guys. So after that, you hop into mini-seasons. Why do you hop into mini-seasons? Well, right here, we got a mini-season voucher exchange. You get 10 vouchers if you beat the championship on a mini-season for Team Affinity. And so essentially you get the equivalent of 40,000 XP that can go to any single one of these programs. I've done it. I've already finished 2 mini-seasons. Again, no money spent, guys. Got to respect the grind. You know what I'm saying? But what you want to do, mini-seasons vouchers, you'll have 10 of these. You'll be able to spread it out. You don't have to do 5 all at once. There's one where you can just exchange 1 for 4,000, which is a good deal right there. And you're going to want to spread that out to whatever divisions you guys want to do. Where do you go? You go into mini-seasons, go into Team Affinity, and you start a team like this. And you have the chance to manage your team. And if I was doing this, right, you go in, look, I got Adley Rutschman in there right now. I'd go in, I'd say, all right, which one of these captains do I need points with? Do I need missions to win? Put an Aaron Judge, and you want a team full of henchmen, a team full of captains and whatnot, and you honestly just want to grind the stats in mini seasons. Now, this is, as you can see right here, Jonathan India, I could put him in for the Reds, and I'd be able to get points like that. If he was a henchman, of course, I'm honestly not too sure. Tony Perez, I know, is a henchman. And as you can see, I did get the parallel XP. You need 200 parallel XP with hitters. We're at 360 with Tony Perez. So stuff like that. So a tip for mini seasons, what you actually want to do, and this applies for Conquest as well. When you're doing Conquest, you have the option of what difficulty to play on, and it goes based on the amount of fans you have conquering a stronghold. If I was to play the Rockies right now, it's on veteran. Play your games on veteran or below, because those are easy to get, really good animations, really easy to get hits, really easy to get strikeouts, really easy to get that parallel XP. Playing on All-Star is not difficult per se, even with the lineup full of golds, but it's a lot harder to grind missions and dominate the CPU. So definitely play on veteran for the first couple of games, because you're not going to be able to have too many fans to reinforce every single turn. But then once you conquer 2 or 3 strongholds, skip a couple turns, just reinforcing, and really just honestly play on rookie and put up a bunch of runs against the CPU, strike them out every single time. Same thing applies for mini seasons. Mini seasons, there's not really much of a point of playing on a higher difficulty, so I would suggest actually going in here, and if I was to play this game, I would play it right on a rookie dookie, and we'd be good to go. So playing on rookie, why do we don't do that? Easy, right? Choose a stadium. If you're on next gen, choose a stadium that has a super short fence, high elevation, and you'll be able to record a lot more home runs like that. That's another tip to increase hitting. Pitching, they're not going to be able to hit the ball very well if you're on rookie. So what are the mini-season goals actually? Mini-seasons they're actually going to give you goals as well, and you'll be able to get a good amount of packs. You should be able to get a bunch of these show packs. You should be able to get these ball-on packs, and then once you make the playoffs, you are going to be able to get a mini-seasons exchange pack, which I believe will have, who cares, I don't know. You'll have a certain amount of exchange tokens in here, and then you have to win the semifinals and win the championship. And like I said, eventually win the championship, win this. You're on rookie difficulty, guys. You'll be able to get 10 exchanges, which can go for 40K. That's a bunch of points you'll have right there. Now, what's the best way to complete this the fastest? Honestly, rookie difficulty. Just keep spamming it out. And one thing I will say that a lot of people might not be realizing, all you have to do to make the playoffs is finish in the top 4 teams. So you can't be 5th team out of 8. And what does that mean? Well, in the 2 mini seasons I've completed, I've went on and you guys would be surprised. This team, who is it? The Liechtenstein Whales. Holy, even though it's rookie, they can win some games. It's actually really annoying, especially with 82 henchmen. But essentially what I'm saying is you want to be able to be 4th in your division. You don't want to have to play 28 games because that's how long a mini season is. You want to go on, win about 16 games. And if you win 16 games and you're on game 16, I would start quitting. Just start forfeiting all of these games until you get to game 26 and then reevaluate your situation. Usually if you're 16 and 12, you're going to have a more than 2 game lead over the division and you'll finish top 4. So don't focus on coming first. Literally just do top 4 and you should be playing about 16 3-inning games. That's how you speed run this. That's how you get a lot of team affinity XP. And that is how you do it fastest. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button. Want to see gameplay, want to see how to do set 1, want to see Ross other predictions, subscribe.